Broadcast setting. Okay. Let's just go to YouTube, make sure this is on. Hello and welcome back to the Claudinho F1 channel. Today we are here for Stir Crazy All-Star League, round 4, around the Bahrain International Circuit. One of my favourites on the calendar. What is this? 15 turns around this track, and I'm really looking forward to another round of Stir Crazy All-Star League. So at the moment, we've got a couple of set lap times, crossfire there, just going fastest in qualifying 125.7. I'm not too sure what the lap times is around here, but we'll wait and see. So it looks like at the moment, we'll just go on board with it and see who is on at the moment. Looks like Broomhammer is here. Swanee does a bit weird there. But yeah, we are here for another round of Stir Crazy All-Star League. Really interesting race last time around at Austria at the Red Bull Ring. Not the best quality of races, I do have to say, but we're hoping for a bit more of a clean race here today, a bit more of action-packed, but also in a clean and safe way. So I'm really looking forward to today's race, and we'll make sure that we bring you all the action here today. Copa last week, he won the race. I don't think he's actually here today, interestingly enough. So somebody else is gonna take his streak of winning, and Irish Star there has decided instead of 125.5. How do you turn down your gameplay audio settings? I just have a look here if I can. Where do I go to? Go to advanced settings, audio sharing, share, include microphone, include mic. Can somebody please tell me how to lower down the mic, please? Because I don't know how to do that at this moment in time. We'll just go back to the action here just for a second while I do try and find a way how to do this. 1 second. Sound and screen, I'm guessing. Display, audio output settings, devices, network, code PS4 button slash sound and devices. Here we go. So he wants what it up then, and it's just microphone level. Volume control. Adjust microphone level. You want it? That sounds alright. Turn audio. Tell me if that audio sounds alright. If it's alright there. And then we've got, what else do we need? Then adjust gameplay audio. If I can find this, I don't see it. Gameplay settings. Here we go. Audio settings. Tell me if that is better or not. I'll put at 3 for now. We'll get back to the action here for a second. So Broomhandle doing a 1026 flat. Also Diesel doing a 126 flat. Still some of the drivers still waiting to come out. We've got Mark Kenya, Old Wine. I think Old Wine said in the chat, and Irish Style looks to have crashed out, I do believe. That is interesting to see. Let us wait and see. Go to track map, and we'll put that at full track map. I can see, but Irish Style, I don't know what's happened to him. Wonder if he either crashed out or whether he just retired. But he's crashed out there, and I don't know whether he's going to be in next round, but we'll wait and see. Luke Flano there is doing a 126.3. Just wait and see. Just wait and we'll just when somebody's going slow there, Luke Flano. What I'd wonder if Crossfire again. That's 2 of the top 3 there at the moment qualified. Daniel Chalawase doing a 125.5. Interestingly enough, Broomhandle about to go on another lap, so you know what, we'll go on board with him as he goes around the first turn into the second turn. Takes a bit of curb there, was on the DRS, and goes a bit wide there. Duzok was retired from the session. Hello there, says Hyper Warskin. Hello there. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream so far. Still got another couple of. Got a sector 1. Oh, a bit of curb there from Broomhandle. Just gonna slow him down a tiny bit, but puts on the DRS there now, and I don't know whether this is gonna be a slow lap or not. He's already on 2 lap old. Softs. I wonder if this is actually an in lap. Actually, this could actually be an in lap if I'm not right in saying. Yeah, we're gonna move on from Broomhandle there. A lot of the lads seem to be in the pit at the moment, and Hooge just spawned there. That looks like Gonzalez in the AlphaTauri. We're on board here with Scasl. He's on our out lap, so we'll go on board with him, see what he can do. It's actually, he's not on an out lap. Actually, we're going on board with Mark Kenya here. Let's see what lap time he does here. He does a 1:25.9. That puts him in P4. Not a bad lap at all. See who else is. A lot of the lads again seem to be on a in the pits, or we have Gonzalez here who spun a minute ago, doing an out lap. Spud SC, new to the league. This is my first time seeing him in the Racing Point. He is in here for his first ever All-Star League race, and we wish him the best, and hopefully for a good clean race. Who else is new here? We got Swanee in P10 with a 1:26.5. He is in a, I think he may be in a Williams. I think he is currently in P10, so not bad at all. Ralph Basket here on an out lap. Who else? Daniel Chalawate seems to be on the wets here. Interestingly enough, and Breamhandel was retired from the session with 5 minutes to go now, and again I'm just waiting to see who was that going wide there. That looks like Breakfast King going a little bit wide at the first turn. I do believe that's interesting to see. I wonder if there's a car on a lap there behind them, but again, just a lot of people. We've got Breakfast King on an out lap. Gonzalez just going into sector 2 there, a second down on his time. Scasl out here on an out lap. Old Wine again, I think, I don't know if you remember hearing, there's a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2, 3, just around that start finish straight. Old Wine here is, I think he is actually stepping down as reserve, funny enough. He says he doesn't really have much time for Stir Crazy anymore. If he does decide to leave the league in the end, we thank him for his service to the league. He's been a phenomenal racer, and I do believe he is one of the top 10 racers of all time in All-Star. Today I think he's actually starting from the back. He wants to challenge himself. I think the same as with Irish style, but he's actually provisional pole here at the moment in qualifying 1, and we'll wait and see what happens here. Raf Basket now we're going on board with. He's about to enter sector 2. He's bit 1/10 up on his first time. Not bad at all. We'll go on board with him. Very nice around the curve. This is nice so far. He's using all that DRS. There seems to be a yellow flag in sector 2. That looks like the Merc going in there. This is so far not a bad lap here. It goes a bit under the curb there. This is also a very tricky part there on this lap. Who was that guy? Michael Kenya's gone P3, I think. Not a bad lap at all. And I wonder if actually Raf Basket's coming in on an in lap, because his fuel is very, very low at the moment. We'll wait and see what he does here. There's a yellow flag we'll wait and see what Raf Basket does. A 1:26.1. That puts him in P7. It does improve, but doesn't put him pole. So we'll wait and see what happens regarding that. Luke Flainer retires from the session. There's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. We'll wait and see here. Connor Flicks here on a lap now in the Mercedes. Daniel Chalawate has actually retired from the session, so I don't think he'll be making it through to the first. Mark Kenya was disqualified from the session. Wow, that's very interesting to see. I wonder what happened there. But Cornflakes is going very, very slow. What's over here? Swanee out on an out lap, looking to set his time. Or his next time. Who else is on a? Looks like all the lads seem to be struggling. Old Wine here now on a out lap, so I don't think he'll be starting from last, as I heard some rumours regarding that. But we'll go on board here with Old Wine. as he prepares to do his lap. But oh, a bit of spin there from Old Wine. We'll wait and see what happens regarding that. As he, I don't know if he's actually warming up his tyres and he's going to go back into the pits, but we'll wait and see. And actually, he's actually going to go and set a lap here, so we'll go on board with him. DRS wide open on the start-finish straight. Very nice through there first corner, and we'll wait and see what happens. Very nice slow fire through that. This is actually his first lap, by the way. I must say, get a bit of curve there, get a bit more curve there. Oh, a bit of a what's the word? I forget. Not understeer. Just a bit of friction coming from those tires. And the brakes on. Goes a bit. Just stops there a bit, going in to that kind of like hill bit. I don't know what that turn is, but it's a bit of curve. Goes a little bit early into the entry, gets a good exit out. And gets a bit up there. This is looking like a decent lap so far for Old One, so we'll wait and see what happens. He's down in 17th at the moment. And he actually slows down, so I don't know what's happened there. Seems to have slowed down, interestingly enough. Oh, and he's doing some wheelies, or some donuts, I must say, not wheelies. There's still a couple of people out here on laps, so we'll just go on board here with. And Swanee goes up to P6, so that's not bad at all from him. Who's out here on a lap? Gonzalez here in P14. He's looking to improve, and I keep on validating on the exit from Curb of Death. It says Lorraine Prosser, so I don't know who that is, but doesn't matter anyway, as Gonzalez does a 120, 130, 130.2, so he's not going to improve on. Oh, he actually does improve on his time. Oh no, he doesn't, sorry, I was reading that wrong. But that's going to be the end of qualifying 1 now, I do believe, as we'll wait and see what happens regarding oh, his spud is Lorraine Pruster. So is this a girl? As I'm pretty sure Lorraine's is a girl's name. So if she's a girl, because we don't have that much females in this league. So we'll wish you the best of luck, and we'll wait and see what happens. And Spuddy's not a girl apparently, and I wonder if he's Irish also. Probably not, but as Marine says, a good friend of mine, he likes to say that, and it looks like there Gonzalez has got a time penalty. But we're going into qualifying 2 now. Let's see, Daniel Chalawase, all these guys, Scasl, doing a very strange time there. Old One. Looks like a lot of the top runners here are outside in qualifying 1. Maybe on a. Oh, so I suppose that's his mom's account. Used it for years with all my subs and never swapped out of it. But we'll wait and see what happens regarding qualifying 2. We are out here now. Still got Crossfire, Kyle, Brimhandle, Swanee, Duzo, Spud, Raft Basket, Breakfast King, Pushy Dude, Gonzalez, Carniflix, Hyper, Irish Star, and Leak Fano. So I think Irish Star just decided to retire in the pits, and he did not crash. So that's all good to see as we get ready for to see some action now in qualifying 2. Looks like one of the Ferraris coming out. I think that might be Irish Star. So he's the first one to go out, and actually it's not. It's actually one of the Renners going out there, and then one of the Williams going out ahead of him also. So we'll wait and see. Marine says watching the stream on his run, and we would like to see Marine return once again to Irie. Oh, and who's that spinning there? Jesus, who was that? Irie style. Funny enough. Interesting enough, but like I was saying there, I think we'd love to see Marine return to stir crazy as fast as possible. I did have a little word with him earlier on, and he said he won't be returning until the quality of the league improves, and he said at the moment he won't be returning until next season. So he said he might he's even confirmed it in the chat there. He said he might be returning next season, so that's all good to see. Doesn't matter if I think everybody at this stage is kind of fed up with F1 2020, and we're just waiting for that new game to come out. But we'll go on board here with who's about to do their lap, and I need to put on the telemetry, the lap data. Don't know why that's decided to all just they've all fitted here, and we'll wait and see who's on it. And who is that going wide? Oh my days, what was happening there between the Ferrari and the Renault in the background? Jesus Christ. Can we all not get along? And Raf Basket, funny enough, seems to be on the intermediates. And there seems to be a bit of beef going on there, the chat between Hyper and Marine there, but it doesn't really matter because I need to be concentrating on this race. We'll go on board with Brimhandle here. He seems to be on the mediums. We'll actually go on to TV pod here, and we'll wait and see what he can do. DRS wide open. Oh, and I think that might be an invalidation, so we'll go off board with him now. Swanee here seems to be going into sector 2 now. We'll wait and see what he can do. New person to the league, and we wish him the best, and see what he does here. Early entry, that's what you want. Nice entry into there. This is the hard part, the little kind of, that's very nice indeed, very fast through there, gets the brakes on, very nice indeed. And somebody's gone purple in sector 1, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But Swanee currently on the softs, so we'll wait and see what happens here. We'll see what the times are compared like between the mediums and the softs. 1:26.5. I'd say somebody can beat that, but not a bad time at all. Crossfire now on here on his lap in sector 2 at the moment. There seems to be a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's the Renault behind them, and Irish Style does a 1:26.5. So actually Irish Style goes faster on the mediums than Swanee. That's interesting enough. And Cornflakes does a 1:27.3. Breakfast King does a 1:29.x. So we'll wait and see what happens there as I actually go off board Crossfire by accident. And Crossfire seems to have lagged out, funny enough. That's not good to see. So we'll wait and see what happens. Ralph Basket does a 1:41 on the intermediates. I don't know what his strategy is like out there. We got a yellow flag there. He kind of seems to be going very slow at the moment. Crossfire in the pits now. We're on board here with Broomhandle into sector 2. Bit cagey there, going down that little hill. But we'll see what happens. Ooh, we got a bit of curb there. I don't know what's happening here. He's done a 1:05 through the sector 2. So we'll keep on board with him for a second to see what he can do. And he goes over the line to do a 1:27.4, so that puts him in P4 at the moment. A lot of the lads seem to be doing mediums at the moment, so See what happens here. And oh, Breakfast King, or who's that? That's actually Breakfast King spinning there. Or actually, no, that's actually a Raft Basket, must I say. He's done the laps on the intermediates. So I don't know what his strategy is. I wonder if that's his little brother playing. I don't know if he has a little brother or not, but I don't know. That's definitely out of form from Raft Basket. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Kyle going in to do his lap. Currently P5. He is on 2 lap old mediums. It does improve his time there on the by 1/10 there. Wait and see what he can do. Oh, goes a bit wide there. This is actually, oh, that could be an invalidation, I think. We're still waiting on Crossfire Duzalk. I think Crossfire still hasn't joined back. Duzalk spud, gone very wide, and Luke Flano in the pits at the moment, funny enough. Spud and Hyper seem to be very close towards each other. Hopefully they give each other some space. Got Breakfast King here. I think he's coming in on an in-lap. Gonzalez has retired from the session, so he thinks that's enough for him regarding the qualifying 2. Still plenty of time to go. You know, we've got more than 7 minutes to go. Still plenty of time to set some laps. So this will be funny enough if that comes back to bite. Swanee out here on a out lap, so see if he can improve on his time. He is currently out on the mediums, so this will be interesting to see if anybody else can beat Swanee on the mediums. We'll see what happens. Crossfire out now on those mediums. We're on board here with Duzalk, who was on our lap. Go on board with him. Seems to be getting that left tire onto the gravel there. Don't know if this is an invalidation, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. Wait and see what you can do. Oh, gets a bit curved there. Slows right down. Gets over on the apex. Here's the tricky part, as I like to say, going into Sector 2 now, and looks like he's dealt with that very, very nicely. Currently in P10 Duzalk, so we'll wait and see what he can do. Luke's flying out now on an out lap, and that looks very wide. He didn't really take the early entry point, but here we go. Let's see if he spins or not, and he doesn't. That bit where you're going at very high speed, you know, it's very, very tough, and I've spun a lot there, quite a lot in my times league racing, but wait and see what happens here now as he goes. He's about to come across the line. He does a 127 flash. That puts him in P3, so not a bad lap at all on the mediums. We'll wait and see who else is on our out lap. Looks like Luke Flair now on coming into Sector 2, and Ferrari, he's also out on the mediums, so wait and see what he can do. Somebody's gone fast in Sector 1. I wonder if that was Luke Flano, but actually maybe one of the Alfa Romeos. But wait and see if P5 Spud is in at the moment. It's not bad at all. We'll wait and see what's gets a bit curved there, goes very nice in and early. Oh, it looks like one of the racing points may have spun. That could mean Kylish, or I think it was actually Spud who spun there. So we'll see what happens here with Luke. And there's a Sector 1, Sector 2 flag there for a Haas, I do believe, who I think may be going slow as Luke comes up to the start-finish straight, and he does a 126.9, which puts him in P3, so not bad at all there. Who else are we racing on? Looks like Hyper now might be coming in on an in-lap. Looks like I think who is it there? Crossfire coming in now. Coming up to the start finish straight here, and does a 127.9. 3, which puts him in P6, so that should maybe keep him safe. We'll wait and see. There's still a couple of drivers left waiting to do a lap, and Luke Flano going slow there, so wait and see what happens. That one Porsche dude currently probably on an in lap. Don't know who else is. Raf Basket seems to be on mediums now. As he comes up to the line, start finish straight, does a 1:29. That puts him in P3. That's a very solid lap indeed on the mediums. So we're looking here at the moment. Broomhandle Conflicts looking to sneak his way into the top 10 there. I wonder if anyone else can snatch that off him. Broomhandle coming in on an out lap. He seems to be skipping the curb there, as Luke Flano looks like Anyway, sorry about that, I went a bit quiet there, my bad. I thought somebody was robbing the house there for a second, but it was just my cat. But it still continues to go. A lot of people seem to be going on their out laps and pissing. Spud and Carniflex out on an out lap, same with Broomhandle, who's about to come across the start finish straight to start his lap. He is currently on 2 lap odds. Oh, he's actually on softs actually now, interestingly enough, so wait and see what he can do. Very nicely through that first turn. Luke Flano's retired from session P4. He thinks that's enough to get through to Q3. I think that's also good enough to get through to Q3, but we'll wait and see what he can do. Sector 3, yellow flag, and Broom goes a little bit wide there. Wait and see what, and he's improving on his time, 3/10 up. Raf Basket has retired from the session. He's in P3, so that looks good enough also. Wait and see what else can happen here. Breakfast King has retired from the session, so that's P12 for him. So that won't be him going through to the next round. But we'll wait and see what Broomhandle can do here. As Swanee seems to be in his way a tiny bit. He moves over to the right. That's good. And Swanee seems to be doing other out lap, funny enough. Broomhandle here now coming up to the start finish straight. He does a 1:26.2. That puts him in P1, so he's provisional pole in Q2. Spud currently on a lap, doing a lap on mediums, I do see. I wonder if he's going to be improving on his time. We'll have a look here now as he starts to come into sector 3 anytime in a minute. Nice entry through there, and he's in sector 2 now. Sector 1 yellow flag, looks like one of the Haas cars. Broomhandle's retired. As Spud looks to be coming over the line now any second. 1:28 flat, so that keeps him there. Carniflex seems to be in P10. Hyper crashes out on purpose, so it looks like Carniflex will be making it through to the next round, and I think that's your top 10 there for Q3. So we'll just go through the order there. Broomhandle, Irish Stall, Swanee, Raf Basket, Luke Flano, Duzalk, Poitiers. Oh, actually, you know what? Duzalk's actually on a lap here, so we'll wait and see what he can do. He's on softs, actually. See if you can take provisional pole off Broom here. Goes fastest in sector 1. Swanee goes fastest with a 1:26 flat. Not bad at all. Can his teammate Duzok snatch that provisional pole off him? We'll wait and see. As Duzok's coming up to 63 now anytime soon. And he's a seconds up on his time as I cut off him there for a second, my bad. It's a bit curb. Looks like he's going to do a 112 and he's ran out of fuel. Would you look at that? He's ran out of fuel. He was on a good lap there also. P6 for Duzok. As we go into qualifying 3 now, Carniflix sneaks his way in, also Spud does. Crossfire getting in, Pushy Dude, Duzok, Luke, Raft Basket, Irish Style, Bream Handle and Swanee from Scotland getting into P1 at the moment. So this could be interesting to see if Bream and Swanee can do these times in Q3. This could be interesting. Maybe we might have interesting pole position. So we'll wait and see what everyone else can do. So we're getting ourselves now into qualifying 3 now. We'll wait and see what the lads can do. 12 minutes of qualifying now. Up to all the lads to do qualifying now. My lap was terrible, just couldn't link it up on softs or mediums. It's still not bad, Spud. You're still in a qualifying 3, so that's all good to see. And we hope the best for you. We hope the best for all the drivers here in Stir Crazy All-Star League. We have no favoritism. All of the lads coming out on the out lap now. Got Raft Basket, Crossfire. Crossfire looks like he's going to be the first one to do a out lap time telemetry, if you could get that up. Also, if you could get the TV pod on. Crossfire will be the first one to do a out lap, followed by Raft Basket, followed by Irish Style. We'll see what happens here, but we got a couple of cars out at the moment. I can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out at the moment. Looks like the Racing Point of Spud, Luke Flano, and who else? Push Dude, still in the pits, but we'll go on board here with Crossfire, see what he can do. He's out on the softs at the moment, so wait and see what he can do. Wonder if we can actually just get a bit of... Yeah, here we go. Looks like Swanee's out on the mediums, the rest are out on softs. So wait and see what happens here. As Crossfire prepares, or is actually on his lap now, so very nice through there. First through sector, through the first turn, sorry. Puts the DRS on and see what his times are like. Here, Michael Kenya has now joined the session. I don't know whether... Oh yes, he did actually get disqualified in Q1, so we'll wait and see what happens here. Very nice through there. See what times he can do here. Ooh, gets a bit wide there. Goes very nice into the exit of that turn, and See if you can go early. You got sector 3 yellow flag there for one of the Haas's preparing to do his lap. See what everyone else can do. Somebody's gone purple in sector 1. That looks like it's one of the Ferraris. That could be Irish style. So we'll go on board with Irish style in a second. Crossfire coming up to the start finish straight now. So and Crossfire does the fastest lap with a 1:25.5, I think that is. But we'll go on board with Irish style, who absolutely smashes that with a 1:25.1. Who else is about to do their lap? It looks like Swanee does a 1:27.3 on the mediums. So look who's there. Broomhandle on the softs. He's on a fresh pair of softs at the moment. Carnifex does a 1:26.3. So we'll wait and see what happens there with Carnifex. I'd like to see maybe Swanee go on to softs if he has another pair of softs. But currently we have an on board here of Broomhandle. Let's see if Broom can improve, but Irish style seems to have done a very good lap there, 1:25.1, very, very fast. And actually he pulls over to the side. He's not happy with that lap, Broom, so he goes into the pits. Luke Flano into sector 2 now, coming into sector 3 anytime. Gets a bit curved there on the exit. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, this is the part I don't like. Loss, and there's a sector 3 yellow flag. I wonder who that's for. That looks like one of the McLarens, or maybe Irish style actually. I'm not too sure about that. But looks like Swanee is going to be coming in, yeah. And Luke Flano comes up to start finish straight as he gets 1:25.8. That puts him in P3 at the moment. Carniflex actually in a good position here at the moment with a 1:26.3, but there's still plenty of time to go, so wait and see what happens here. Raf Basket out here on an out lap. Luke Flano going in on an in lap. So it looks like everybody's kind of done their first stint. Michael Kenya lags out again, I think. But wait and see what happens. This could be interesting to see who clinches their pole position. Portugal comes out of the pits, Spud, Raf Basket on a out lap. We'll go on board here with Raf Basket because he seems the closest to the start finish straight. Looks like he's coming up to sector 3, I think. Sector 2 yellow flag for Luke Flano, and he seemed to be gone off, letting the racing point go ahead of him. And here we go. Raf Basket is now on his lap. He's on a fresh pair of softs, so wait and see what he can do. Wait and see what he can do here. Doesn't go purple in sector 1. Or actually, he's not even finished sector 1. My bad. Sector 3 yellow flag for someone. Raf Basket comes into sector 2 now, as I cut off him by accident. My bad. Very nice entry through there. Wonder what can happen regarding what he can do. Going into sector 3 now anytime. He's actually still in sector 2. My bad, I get these sectors mixed up sometimes. And somebody's gone purple through there. That looks like Swanee has gone purple. Or Spud, sorry, I must say, has gone purple. So, but it's actually invalidation, I think, maybe. I'm not too sure about that, as actually Raf Basket pulls to the side. Looks like actually, it looks like Spud is still on his lap. I think he's still pushing very, very hard. Ooh, that could have ended bad there. Looks like he was struggling to get grips with the car there for a second. Coming up to the start finish straight now. Wait and see what I can do. DRS wide open now. Does a 127.4, so I don't know whether that was a bit of a mistake there in the lap there for as actually Portugal also comes up to the start finish straight. Let's see what he can do. 125.7. Not a bad lap at all from Portugal as he backs off, and wonder if he's going to have another second stint. But Spud here now coming into sector 2. I don't know if he's had an invalidation again. We'll wait and see. There's a sector 3 yellow flag for one of the Haas's. Sector 1 yellow flag for one of the Haas's also. Or is there 2 Haas's at the moment? Yeah, I think Portugal and Broomhandle actually. We'll wait and see. Spud and Praise on his time here. We'll wait and see. As he's about to come into sector 3 anytime soon. He's actually down on his time, so he must be coming on an in lap, my bad. Broomhandle coming back out. He's in sector 1 at the moment. It does a 27.6 there. So we'll wait and see what he can do. Sector 2 yellow flag for one of the Haas's. I think that may be Portugal. Ooh, that was a bit of an awkward there entry or exit there from that little hill thing. I don't like this. That's one of the worst turns in the F1 calendar, I think. But we'll wait and see what Broomhandle can do here. A good friend of mine. He's actually doing a Le Mans event next week, next Saturday, I do believe, on the 8th of March. So if you want to tune into that, I actually think I'm commentating on that also. It's on GT Sports. So if you want to tune into that, I'll be live streaming that. 2 hours of Le Mans. We won't be doing 24 hours because that would be, I don't know what would happen to me if I was off 24 hours of sleep. But here comes Broomhandle. He does a 125.9. That puts him in P5. We've got less than a minute now to go ahead. Carniflex seems to be on an in lap, I do believe. Swanee at the moment. He's about to do his lap, so we'll go on board with him as he is on a pair of Spud says I'm a good commentator, so I do appreciate that quite a lot. Does take a little bit of time to I don't know, I do like commentating, so it's all good. And Swanee here coming into sector 1, he's 3/10 up on his time. So let's see if he can improve here. Put from the session, he thinks that is enough for him. P3, not bad time there from Portugal. A very underrated driver, I think, in this community, and P3 will be a good result for him. And we're here still on board here with Swanee in the Williams. Waiting to see what he can do. As looks like Duzalk, Raf Baskis and Luke Flano also on laps, so trying to get in that lap. 9/10 up now. Swanee is coming into sector 3. We'll wait and see what Swanee can do, as he goes a bit of over the curb there a little bit, but he's coming up to the start finish straight now. It doesn't really look like a good lap time, but he does, as Swanee actually does go P7. Luke Flanagan goes, looks like he's a little bit proven on his time here, and he comes up to the start finish straight. He's going to do a 125.6. That puts him in P4. Raf Basket goes into P3. So actually Poitiers goes down into P5. Still not a bad time there from Poitiers, but Duzalk here at the moment still on a lap coming into sector 3. Looks a little bit awkward there on the steering wheel there. As he goes over, looks like he lost a bit of control there of the car a little bit, but he goes around the last corner and he goes up to start finish straight. Let's see if he gets pole. So it's a 125.5, I think that puts him in P3. So Irish Stowe is your pole position, and we'll wait and see what he can do here in the race. But it looks like Irish Stowe, Crossfire second, Duzalk third, Raf Basket, and also his fellow Irishman Luke Flano. So that looks good for the two Irish pair. Poitiers in P6, P7 Broomhandle, P8 Swanee, P9 Carniflex, and P10 Spud. So we'll wait and get ready for the race. But overall, a good qualifying session, and can't wait for the race now. So we'll wait and get ready for the formation lap now. So hopefully everyone's enjoying the live stream, and can't wait for the race. We're getting ready, set up here for the formation lap now, so wait and see what everyone else can do. As we're getting ready to ready up. As we've got 15 seconds before the session starts, so I wonder how many laps this is, because I actually didn't look up that information. So wait and see what happens here regarding the race. But as we're waiting on Mark Kenya to ready up here, as he does ready up, so that's good to see. 29 says Bahrain. I don't know what that's all about, but I'll go run through your order here. I'll run through the order here. We've got Irish Stowe in P1. In the McLaren is Crossfire in P2. In the Williams is Duzalk in P4. In the Renault is Raf Basket. In P5 is Irish Stowe's Ferrari teammate Luke Flano. P6 is in the Haas is Poitiers, with his fellow American also in the Haas is Broomhandle. 29 laps, sorry, my bad. So 29 laps around Bahrain, and P8 is Swanee, Duzalk's teammate. In the Williams, in the Mercedes is Carniflex. In P10 is in the Racing Point is Spud. In P11 is his teammate Kylis. In P12 is Breakfast King in the Renault. P13 in the Alfa Romeo is Hyper. P14 is Carniflex's Mercedes teammate Daniel Chalawote. In P15 in the Alfa Romeo is Scasl. In P16 is Oldwine, one of the favourites to win the league this season, but obviously him dropping down to a reserve, that is going to change the landscape of who wins the championship for season 5. In P17 is Michael Kenya in the McLaren. P18 is Gonzalez, and P19 is Dane Miles. So wait and see what happens here regarding the race. As and looks like we're going up to sector 3 now. So all the lads warming up their tyres, and sorry, I just kind of got a shiver down my spine there. But everybody intensively warming up their tyres, and this obviously is a very hot climate, very humid or very hot around Bahrain, obviously in the Middle East, right beside the likes of Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, all those countries, as everybody else lines up. And we actually had no disqualifications, funny enough, so everybody, everybody was very nice towards each other. And we'll wait and see what happens as the 5 red lights get ready to go underway, and broadcast will go with interval, position change, tyre telemetry is enabled, and lap data. And here we go. We are 5 red lights. And away we go for Stir Crazy All-Star League Bahrain round 4, I do believe. And looks like a good start from Irish stall there. Looks like Crossfire is kind of challenging them there a bit as we go into... Oh, and there's a bit of a clip there between Spud and I think I would believe it was an AlphaTauri, as Spud does get a 5-second time penalty. Severe collision with Raft Basket, as looks like everybody's shopping and changing up the... yes, gee, what is happening? Oh my days, big shunt there. And... oh, loads of action indeed. And... here we go as we are into sector 2 now. Looks like Irish Style and Crossfire got clean away. Put your dude up to P3. His teammate Broomhandle also up into P4. So we'll wait and see what happens. I'm having this glitch again, I think, where everybody's just kind of going up and down the order. As looks like Irish Style there. It's got a nice clean gap there between Crossfire, as Spud continues to go down the order as he's battling away with Dane Miles. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Oh my days, 3. Oh ho ho, wow. As looks like there's a lot of action going on, but I think somebody may have forgot to brake in turn 1 there. But fastest lap is 1:31.9 on the medium, so I'm just gonna have a look here to see who does. The fastest lap time around here is 1:31.4 by Pedro de Losa in the McLaren in 2005. So medium's the hardest to predict the strategy here, or the softs to hards maybe. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of soft runners. Hards, Daniel Chalawate is on. He's in P12 at the moment. Looks like I'm having this glitch again, and I have no clue who's in what position. I'm on board here with Scasl at the moment. Go on board with Aldwine, as it looks like he's in P12 at the moment. I'm not too sure, as we're having this little glitch again. Hopefully Codemasters can fix that. But we're into lap 2 now, so we'll wait and see what happens. Regarding the race, I think Irish Stall is still in P1. I think Aldwine is actually in P12 in the game. Scasl up to P10, not bad at all, but it looks like Swanee's right on his back there. Wait and see what happens regarding that battle. It looks like Daniel Chalawate and Carnflix are actually in P6 and P5, followed by the both Haas teammates of Pusher Dude and Broomhandle, then Crossfire, and then Irish Stall. So hopefully Crossfire doesn't spin this race, because he's known for spinning a lot, but looks like, oh, and actually, I'll tell you what, the lap time there, Irish Stars absolutely blasted that time away with a 1:30 something. I didn't catch the rest of that time, but let's see what happens here. Luke Flano going up into P8. As we're looking here, Broomhandle and Putchy Dude still battling away for a podium. Currently Putchy Dude in the podium positions, and it looks like Spud's gone into the pits after that little incident from the start. But looks like Daniel Chalawate is closing in on Carniflix as the DRS is wide open there. He's on the hard, so this could be an interesting strategy. I wonder if Daniel's going to go maybe to a lap 20, lap 19, even lap like even maybe lap 22, I don't know, but wait and see how long he can last those hards on. Looks like the midfield battle. Look at this, as Old Wine lining a move up on Scasl, as there's a sector 2, sector 3 yellow flag. That looks like for one of the Red Bulls, and then that might be Dane Miles, as all my days seems to be doing something there. Irish style doing a 130.4. Old Wine here. Actually, Daniel does a 130.4 on the hards. Wow. As it looks like those tyres seem to stay fresh so far. And oh my days, look at this. As Swanee seems to get away clean there. Look at this little battle here between the Williams, the Ferrari, the Red Bull, as Old Wine gets ahead of Hyper, as these two are still going side by side, and seems to look like Old Wine is stuck behind Hyper now, where he will be definitely lining up another move. As look at this, Old Wine gets past Hyper again, as these two going side by side. Mikey Kenya doing a 129.4. Oh my days, what is happening there between Hyper and Old Wine? Oh my days. And Spuddy's saying in the chat he couldn't stop in time, so hard luck to you, but hopefully that doesn't happen in future races at Bahrain, because obviously I think in league racing around here somebody always forgets to brake on the first turn, as Old Wine and Hyper still going at it. So that little incident between Hyper and Old Wine, I don't think Old Wine's going to be very, very happy about that, but Daniel Chalawate now lining up a move on Broom Handle, so we'll wait and see what happens there. This little battle here between Hyper and Old Wine seems to be very interesting at the moment, as Old Wine is lining a move up. I wonder if he can get him on the start-finish straight. We'll wait and see, as wonder if he can get the DRS wide open. He launches the DRS, and we'll wait and see what happens regarding this, as looks like he does get the move on the inside. These two going side by side, and Hyper manages to just clinch onto that position, and he's under a lot of pressure under Old Wine, and Old Wine going on the outside, or on the outside of him, and Hyper still continues to get that position. But Scasl here, he could get two positions here if Hyper and Old Wine make a mistake, and he really is just hovering in behind Old Wine, as Old Wine actually makes the move now on Hyper. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Broomhandle actually catching up now to Pushy, and Pushy catching up to Crossfire a little bit now there. So that could be interesting in them three to see who gets the podium position, because actually Daniel Chalawase catching up now a little bit to Broomhandle. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Duzel coming in close on Luke Flano. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Sorry, bit of a tongue twister there, as I get a bit mixed up with my words. Old Wine now trying to launch a move now on Old Wine. Hopefully Old Wine can keep Hyper behind him, because them two were battling it really, really hard. You know, there's a big contact there, as looks like Micah Kenya is on 2 laps soft. He's 15 seconds behind, and Scasl actually launching a move on his teammate Hyper. We'll see what he can do here. Tries to go on the inside, goes on the outside. Wait and see if he can do a move here, and I think Hyper just keeps it there. He goes over the bump a little bit, as Scasl doesn't manage to get past him. Porsche launching a move very close here to now Crossfire, so wait and see what he can do. Oh, and Crossfire goes a little bit wide there, but he manages to keep hold of the position. Can Pushy Dude maybe get him now after that mistake? We'll wait and see, as looks like could Pushy Dude go on the outside here of the McLaren and actually, you know what, actually Crossfire keeps holding that position, but again Broomhandle in the distance there a little bit, and also Daniel Chalawase. So this will be really interesting to see what happens regarding the podium positions. Carnifex seems to be struggling a bit to keep Carnifex down to P7 now. Kyle is up into P6. Dane Miles makes the move on Gonzalez, as Gonzalez actually spins, so that's interesting enough to see. 62 yellow flag, and Scasl still on the hunt for his teammate Hyper, so Wait and see what happens there. Diesel trying to launch the move in on Luke Flane. I'll actually stick with these two for now. Kylan has got a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings, as Daniel Chalawate makes the move on Kylis, P4 now. And he's trying to get that podium position now off Punchy as Scasl makes the move on. Broomhandle actually comes into bit, so Scasl and Hyper overtake him. Duzal actually makes the move on Luke Flano, so that'll be interesting enough to see. Old Wine in the distance, actually closing in on Luke Flano just a tiny bit, so Luke Flano just better walk shade a little bit, because I think Old Wine is the faster driver. So we're going to see what happens there. Swanee closing in on Carniflix now, so wait and see what happens there. These two of Duzal, Luke Flano, Old Wine, that'll be a quality battle to see throughout the race, but wait and see what happens here. Danny Shalawase now closing in on Porchy Dude. We'll wait and see what happens. We'll wait and see what happens there, as he's getting very, very close now towards him. Still on the hards, by the way. Actually expected to. Still actually, setting personal sectors through there. So we'll see if Daniel Chalawase can line up the move now on Porchy Dude. And he still is behind them as they're coming up to the start-finish straight. I wonder if Daniel can release the DRS, and he's going to go absolutely flying ahead of Daniel if he can make the move. He's on the inside of him, and Daniel Chalawase makes the move. He's going to be trying to hunt down Crossfire now, as actually Irish Star does have a bit of space between him now, between Crossfire and Daniel Chalawase. 5 seconds ahead of Crossfire. Irish Style is. So wait and see what happens there. So far, no safety cars. There has been a couple of incidents, the likes of who was it, Spud, and who else was it, Gonzalez in the Avatar spinning. So it looks like so far Kyle is actually the only one with a penalty, 3 seconds time penalty, as Gonzalez makes the move on Marco Kenya. I wonder if Marco Kenya is actually lagged out. I'm not too sure, but we'll wait and see what happens with that. Looks like Scasl is now still behind Hyper, but wait and see what happens there. As actually, maybe Scasl could line up the move here. Sector 2 yellow flag for one of the Red Bulls, I think. That might have been actually Dane Miles. Sorry, I'm just taking a drink here. And Daniel Chalawate actually passes Crossfire. But I would expect Crossfire to make a challenge a bit more, as looks like Swanee comes into the pits. He drops down to P12. And Dane Miles is retired from the session. So I wonder if that's going to bring out his safety car. So far, nothing. Just a Sector 2, Sector 3 yellow flag. Swanee down to P13 now. He's behind, or he's in front of who else has come to the pit. Dane Miles has left the session. But look at this. Irish saw absolutely building a gap between Daniel Chalawate, Crossfire, and Punchy Dude. So wait and see what happens there. Actually, Porchy Dude now lining up the move on Crossfire. Wait and see what happens there. Kylie in the background also with a 3 second time penalty. So this is very entertaining to see. Old Wine now getting ready to launch the move on Carniflix. So wait and see what happens there. We'll stick on board with him now for a second. Swanee making the move. Or actually Swanee and Breakfast King. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between Breakfast King and Swanee. Don't think Swanee will like that one bit, but these two battling away as Breakfast King tries to go and make the move. Doesn't make the move, but Swanee keeps in front of him as we'll just go back on board with Porchy Dude, who's still trying to line up that move for Crossfire. So wait and see what happens there. I wonder if you can get him. Old Wine makes the move on Carniflix. So Old Wine is really starting to, headhunt all the other drivers in front of him. Wonder if he can get himself into a podium position if things go his way. And Spud's got himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So now there's 2 drivers with penalties. We'll wait and see what happens regarding Spud's race, but it's not looking good so far. Carniflix sticking with Old Wine a little bit, but I think that those gaps will increase, because I think and actually Pushy Dude still trying to line up the move on Crossfire, but we'll wait and see what happens there. Crossfire just seems to be a little bit too more quick than him. We'll see what Gonzalez now has a 3-second time penalty. As I'm trying to look if we've got any battles. Marca Kenya trying to line up the move on Raft Basket. I don't know whether Marca Kenya is lagged out or not, but he seems to be very far down the grid, and that's not normally what he's like, so I wonder if he's lagged out. But Duzak now lining the move up on Carniflex, getting very close towards him, and there's a sector 2 yellow flag for Gonzalez, I do believe. Wonder what happened there, as Hyper looks like he's coming in close on Scasl. Duzak makes the move now on Carniflex, so wait and see what happens there in terms of... Oh, and Carniflex absolutely goes over the curb and gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Funny enough there, as... Actually, you know what? Luke Flano now looking to make the move on Carniflix. So Carniflix really dropping down the order a bit now. So we'll wait and see what happens. Pushy Dude still trying to close in on Crossfire, but Crossfire just cannot. Or sorry, Pushy Dude cannot seem to get past Crossfire. Funny enough. Marca Kenya and Raft Basket down in P15 and P16 Mark trying to get close to Raft Basket, as you can see. As Luke Flano now all over the back of Carniflex. We'll wait and see what can happen here. As oh my days, tries to go around the outside. What a move! Oh, and it doesn't quite work actually, as he goes a bit wide there, Luke Flano. But actually, he's going to get him on the straight here, maybe. Looks like that is going to happen. And Luke Flano overtakes Carniflex for P8. And Old Wine actually, Crossfire, Pushy Dude. Oh my days, what's happening here? But Old Wine now goes into P3. Carniflex, it's gone into P4. Looks like Crossfire, Pushy Dude, Duzalk, Kylis and Luke Flano have all gone into the pits. So that'll be interesting to see. Brimando up to P7, Scasl and Hyper in P5 and P6. These two have been battling all race long as Hyper makes the move on. Oh my days, massive shunt. As Hyper kind of backs off there a little bit. Scasl gets a 3-second time penalty for that. We'll wait and see what happens regarding that battle, but it's kind of... Arisol got a bit of breath of fresh air now. He's still on his first stint to tyres. Same with Daniel Chalawate. Same with Old Wine. I wonder if Daniel Chalawate can stay ahead, do the overcut, or... undercut, he can do the overcut on Arisol. So wait, let's see what happens there. As the gap goes into the 7 seconds now. As every driver seems to have a bit of breathing space now, so everybody's just kind of relaxing now a little bit, and there's also a bit of a gap there between Arisol and Old Wine and Daniel Chalawate, as the pit window opens for hards now. So I wonder if Daniel Chalawate is going to go in. Wait and see. Carniflex goes into pits, same with Scasl. Hyper jumps both of them. Same with Brimhandle. Pushy Dude also. Carniflex, or sorry, Swanee also jumps them. Kyle also. Duzalk also. So let's see what happens. Brimhandle lining up the move here on Hyper. Wonder if you can get this overtaken. Both Ferrari powered engines do. I actually do now. So we'll wait and see what happens here. But Brimhandle on the Crossfire has actually left the session. Spud makes the move on Mark Kenya there as Mark again actually goes in the pits. Not really a move, but just a bit of an overtake because Mark's in the pits. But we'll wait and see what happens here because Brimhandle's really lining the move up on as actually Poitiers overtakes Crossfire due to Crossfire lagging out. But look at this, side by side these two as Brimhandle backs out a little bit. He leaves in space and Hyper goes into sticks in P4 and Bream is still not giving up on this onslaught as we'll wait and see what happens. Irish Star has gone into the pits now. Daniel Chalawate takes the lead. Wonder if he can do the overcut as Swanee overtakes Crossfire. As who else is there? P4 goes Broomhandle as he overtakes Hyper. As Hyper goes into the pits, I do believe. As who else is there? He's home. Just gonna check on the stream here. As who's that? Old Wine makes the move on Duzal. Gonzalez gets himself another 3-second time penalty. So wait and see what happens there. Wonder if Daniel Chalawate is now going to go into the pits as Marky Kenya makes the move on Spud. Or actually, Spud goes into the pits, I must say. As looks like Luke Flano kind of catching up the Crossfire a little bit now. Gonzalez gets himself a 5-second penalty now for speeding in the pit lane. So I wonder if this is his night over, if he's going to give up. Hopefully not, because we want to see everybody finish the race. Hyper gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So we'll wait and see what happens there. And no safety car. Yes, funny enough. Compared to last week's race, 5 safety cars, I must say. Not the best of quality race. As Old Wine lines the move up on Kylis. Old Wine on those fresh pair of hards. Same with Duzal. Cornflakes makes the move on Crossfire now, so that puts him into P10. Old Wine makes the move on Collet now. And Mark Kenya has left the session. Wonder if he's lagged out there. And Poitiers dude trying to now hunt down his teammate at Broomhandle. Swanee right behind him though. Old Wine also there. Going through the order just a little bit. Obviously he did go into pits for those fresh pair of hards, but wonder if he can get a podium, Old Wine. That would be incredible to see him get a podium. He was what, second last I think this race. And see what happens there. Just seeing if anybody else got, and looks like Duzal's now making the move on Kylis, as looks like he couldn't make the move here, maybe. And it looks like he's going on the inside of him. Can he? Oh, nice there, absolutely nice there. Oh my days, that could have ended badly, but I think Kylis just sticks a whole bit of the position for now. And Mark Kenya's joined back, that's good to see. And these two still battling away. Let's see what happens on the start-finish straight. Looks like Duzal's lining that move up again on the inside of him. Let's see if he gets it. As Duzal does get the move. Yes, he does keep hold of that position. Actually, Scasl over the back of Crossfire now. Crossfire still out of the session, I think. And Scasl gets the move now on who's that? Cornflakes now trying to make the move here on Lee Flame, but Cornflakes actually does have a penalty for remembers absolutely going over that curb, trying to hold on to his position from Duzal, as there seems to be a yellow flag. That looks like a, is that a Red Bull? There's a Red Bull I don't know if that was a Red Bull. Still a yellow flag. One of the... Wonder who the hell is that? Is that Gonzalez? Don't know, but there was a yellow flag there shown in Sector 2. Wonder what that was all about, as I need to actually... Oh, we're having this glitch again. Sector 2, Hyper has crashed out of the race. I wonder if that's going to bring out a safety car. Virtual safety car, actually. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I'm having this glitch again. As that's actually going to bring the time down. I wonder now, Bahrain Randall goes into the pits, so this might be a free pit stop for him. Pushy Dude overtakes him. So wait and see what... I wonder if Daniel is going to go into the pits now, see what he can do. He's got a 12-second gap between him and Irish Style. Wonder if he's going to go into the pits. And DRS is back on as the green flags get waved. And let's see who's... Carniflix seems to be still very close now to Luke Flano. And Hyper's left the session there. Unlucky to him. But as we move on in this race, Bahrain Randall gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So that's going to cost him a little bit if he wants to get that podium where in top 5 position. But Carniflix seems to still be in and around Luke Flano. We'll just move away from there now for a second. Looks like now Old Wine is lining that move up on Swanee here. What's happening here? And ooh, who's that? Swanee going very slow there. Let's see if we can get the move on here now. A bit of a space there, so I don't think maybe this straight. And here we go, down the start-finish straight. Here we go, DRS wide open, and I actually think Swanee's going into the pits. So that puts Old Wine up into P4. Who else is there? 8 there at the moment. Seems to be some gaps there between Carniflix still on the back of, or actually, yeah, Carniflix still on the back of Luke Flano. So Luke Flano really struggling to get Carniflix off his shoulders here. I wonder if, I don't know, the tyres should both be the same regarding just how degraded they are, but obviously Carniflix on those fresh tyres. Luke Flano went out a time penalty, so this might actually just work in favour of Luke Flano in regards to this battle, but wait and see what happens regarding that battle, as kind of starting, he's just in the background there of Duzalk, so we'll wait and see what happens if Kylie can get a bit on top of Duzalk. And that time is actually going down now between Irish Star and Daniel Chalawate. Daniel Chalawate is probably going to be coming into the pits maybe the next 3 to 4 laps, or 3 to 5 laps. So we'll wait and see what happens regarding that. I do probably expect him actually maybe to be 2 to 3 laps actually. Bit of an exaggeration there, as Swanee is preparing to make the move on Raft Basket, getting very close to him now, and we'll see what happens there. Old Wine now on the back of Porsche Dude. Can Old Wine get himself into a podium position? We'll wait and see, as we are 10 laps to go now, and wait and see what happens here. Carniflix still still on the back of Luke Flano, but still can't seem to make that move, funny enough. Old Wine really now starting to launch himself onto Old Wine. We'll wait and see what happens between these two. And Sector 2, Sector 3 yellow flag for it looks like a racing point. That can be spud. And Breakfast King's got a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Sector 3 yellow flag. As these two, Old Wine and Porsche, still battling for that last podium position. We'll wait and see what happens here. As Push Dude is still doing very well here at the moment to keep Old One behind him. And let's see if you can line up the move here. Still got plenty of ERS there to burn. As we are now, let's see if you can get him here now. And let's start finish straight. DRS wide open. Is he going to go absolutely flying past him? Old Wine gets the last podium position. We'll see what happens there regarding now. Daniel Chalawate still not hit. As you can see now 8 seconds between him and Iristal. Whether Daniel Chalawate is banking on a safety car here because 19 lap old hards now. So I wonder what was going to happen there. As he's still out there. Poitiers still trying to claim that position back from Old Wine. So let's see what happens there. Carniflix still on the back of Luke Flano. So I don't know what's happening there. And also Broomhandle coming in. Or maybe that might have actually been a lapped car. But looks like Swanee again trying to make the move on Raf Basket. Oh my days. Nearly a bit of a collision there between Swanee and Raf Basket, but Swanee gets the move on Raf Basket, but Raf Basket's still on the back of him. As Carniflix still on the back of Luke Flano. How long has these two been battling for it? Carniflix now trying to make the move, and I think he's got it. He does have it, so that's going to be interesting to see if Luke Flano can come back in, and we'll stick on them two just for a little bit as there's a Sector 1 yellow flag, and that has brought out a virtual safety car. Breakfast King has crashed out of the race. As we can see, there's a lapped car there of Spud. I'm lucky to see there. I wonder if Daniel Chalawase is going to call it now to go into the pits. We'll wait and see. He's in Sector 2 at the moment, so probably not. He's still trying to bank on the safety car, I think. As we'll wait and see what happens, but this could, I don't know, Irisol can take a bit of time off him now, because Daniel Chalawate obviously going in the Delta here. Michael Kenny has lagged out again. Unlucky there from Mark Kenya is lagged out a couple of times now. DRS enabled as we go green flags, and Push Dude has actually caught back up to Old Wine. Let's see if Push Dude can make the move on Old Wine. Also Luke Flano on the back of Carniflix. These two have been battling away for the past couple of laps now. Daniel Chalawase is now gone into the pits, and that means Iristal is overtaking him. He's gone on to softs now. So I wonder what's going to happen there. Let's see what happens now. He's coming out of the pits now. Let's see if Old One is probably not going to overtake him, but wait to see what happens there as he comes out of the pits. That's going to be a 15-second gap between him and Iristal, but let's see if he can get those seconds down. But Porchy Dude still on the back of Old Wine. We'll see what happens there. Luke Flano gets the move on Carniflix now on that start-finish straight as Carniflix goes whizzing past Luke Flano again. So these two really battling it very, very hard. I wonder actually we'll stick on that because that's actually the closest battle Porchy Dude also with Old One is another close battle, sorry. So wait and see what happens. Carniflix not giving that Luke any type of advantage here. As we can already see, Daniel Chalawate's time is going down on Iristal very, very slowly indeed. But wait and see what happens there at the end of the race. And actually, you know what, Old Wine has created a bit of breathing space there between him and Porchy Dude. And same with Carniflix and Luke Flano, just a little bit. And I wonder what's going to happen here. 13 seconds now. 13.8 seconds between Daniel Chalawate and Irish Style. So Daniel Chalawate really taking the time out of Irish Style here. So just wait and see what he's doing here regarding lap times. I'll go on board here with him now. And actually Oldwine has got a bit of he's actually caught up to him a tiny bit. And actually Leaf Laner now makes the move on Cornerflix again. Was that a bit of corner coming there from Cornerflix? But actually Cornerflix has got the position back, and it looks like the stewards have seen that fine, and Leaf Laner gets the move back on Cornerflix, and Cornerflix actually holds that position. But Leaf Laner goes on the inside. Actually Raft Basket does a 127.4 on the softs. Very, very rapid indeed for a race time, I must say. Who else is still battling? These two have just been battling all race, I do have to say. As Spud there in the background, trying to unlap himself. Or actually maybe that's... But Porsche Dude is kind of just settled now for P4. No penalties for the people above him. But I think that would be a good position there for Porsche Dude. Swanee now making the move, and actually Daniel Chalawase gets fastest time. Cornerflix has got himself another 3-second time penalty. Swanee lining that move up on Scasl for the last points position, and actually this could work in favour of him, because actually Scasl has a time penalty and Swanee doesn't, as he's lining up the move here. Actually, he's not lining up, but let's see what happens on the start-finish straight, whether he can make the move or not. And Swanee makes the move on Scasl, so that's the last points position there for Swanee. And these two, Cornerflix and Leaf Laner, I just can't get over the fact they've just been battling all race. None of them can seem to get ahead of each other, which is funny enough. And actually Daniel Chalawase really, he's on in 10 seconds now, so he really is taking time away out of Irish Style. So wait and see what happens there. Scasl trying to come back at Swanee here now, and this could be an interesting battle here for the last couple of laps. We're now on to lap 24 of 29, so we'll wait and see what happens there. Cornerflix again just coming back at Leaf Laner for a fascinating battle, really. You really think one of these two could, try and get a bit of a gap between each other, but apparently not, because they've really been battling all race. 5 more, 26, 27, 28, 25 more laps to go now of this race, and now Daniel Chalawate, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. Wow! And this could be Irish Styles' race to win now. Oh my days! This will be interesting to see whether Oldwine might be able to overtake him. Actually, no, but this is interesting. Leaf Laner and Cornerflix still battling ahead. Leaf Laner's going to get him on the inside, and these two just battling away. You love to see it, you really do. Hopefully them two don't crash out, because I'd say it'll be bedlam in the chat later on. But it's now Irish Styles' race to win. Unlucky there from Daniel. I wonder if he can get himself that penalty removed if he thinks it's bogus. But Scasl kind of just falling behind a little bit of Swanee, as Raft Basket goes into the pits on another pair of softs. Wonder if he's trying to get that lap time. I don't know, he's trying to get that fastest lap off Irish Style, but we'll wait and see. As Porsche Dude is... And actually, you know what, Duzos is actually closing in on Porsche Dude now, just a little bit. Under a second now. And we'll wait and see what happens here, because Duzog is really starting to push on Porsche Dude now. And actually falls back a little bit, maybe a bit of a mistake there Again, what is with these two? Just Luke Flane and Carniflix just seem to be absolutely just battling away all race long. You really love to see it, but we would love to see, and actually who's that? Gonzalez got himself another 3-second time penalty, funny enough. Down in P16, also Spud down P15. And Daniel Chalawote is really pushing the car now, as you can see. He's now 6 seconds behind Iristal. I wonder if he can maybe, and actually Duzak and Portugal still battling away for P4. So Sector 2 yellow flag. It looks like there's a lot of cars there. One of the cars has gone off. I wonder who that is. That looks like Gonzalez. Is it not? No, it's not. But there's a couple of yellow flags there in Sector 1 and Sector 2, I believe, or Sector 3. I'm not too sure. Obviously, there's 3 sectors. Spud's got himself a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Sector 2, and a racing point has gone off, and that's Spud. I think he's called the quits, you know. That could bring out a safety car. And I don't think it is, but because obviously we're only a couple more laps to go. Duzak really now trying to pressure Porsche dude for that P4. And Carniflix has got himself a 3-second time penalty, so Luke Flao might actually clinch P7 or even P7 or even P6 if Kyle's penalties are big enough. But we'll see what happens here. Porsche dude does get the position back now on Duzak. So, and actually, let's have a look here. If okay, so Carniflix has kind of gone a little bit. He's kind of just relaxed it a little bit. He's decided to just creep in behind Luke Flano and keep that P8. Broomhandle not closing in kind of on him a little bit. We're now on the penultimate lap of this last lap of this race, and there's a Sector 2, Sector 3 yellow flag that looks like for either a Haas or a Mercedes. Looks like it may be a Mercedes, because wonder who that is. But we are now on to our penultimate lap, and we'll go on board with Iristal in a second. It looks like, Duzalk and Poichidi still battling it away. And, but again, Broomhandle. Broomhandle! What's happened to Broomhandle there? Seems to have slowed down a little bit. Carniflix gone into the pit lane. He's got actually himself a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But wait and see what happens. Duzalk still trying to close in on Poichidi, so wait and see what happens there. Raf Basket got himself a 3-second time penalty and multiple warnings. But we'll wait and see what happens regarding the end of this race, as it looks like Iristal is coming around the last turn there of the track. Daniel Chalawote just 5 seconds behind now. I wonder if he can get himself. And Spud has left the session. Hard luck, mate, and we'll see you for the next one. Wait and see what happens. Luke Flano now trying to catch up on Kylis there, and we'll go on board here with Iristal, because it does look like he's going to win this race with Daniel Chalawote getting himself a time penalty. But looks like one of the Renaults is in the pit lane. I think that may be Raf Basket, who's actually retired in the pit lane. So unlucky to him, and we will have 14 runners maybe, or actually 15, I'm not too sure, runners left in this race. But Raf Basket, or Iristal, is the one who is currently leading this race going into the last lap. He's got himself into Sector 2 now, so wait and see what happens. Daniel Chalawote is still pushing there. He's actually not that far behind him now. Wait and see what happens there. And Sector 2 yellow flag there. Looks like a racing point has gone off. I wonder if that's Kylet, because Kylet's absolutely going down and he looks like he's spun off. But as we are going into Sector 3 here now, as looks like Iristal is going to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Quality race there from Iristal, all race. And Daniel Chalawate is going to put himself into Sector 2 as he crashes out. Funny enough. And it looks like Gonzalez, oh my days, one of the AlphaTauris. Look at this. And Old Wine crosses himself on the line. And we're still waiting on Porsche. Oh my days, he's going to get that. Porsche dude gets P4 alongside P5 as Duzo. Look at this. Like, I know obviously it's the end of the race and you've crossed the line, but obviously we want to bring the car home safe. But and it looks like we're waiting on Carniflix, Carniflix finishing P11, Scasl finishing on P10, League Flame finishing on P9. So I think that might be the end of the race now. So we'll wait for the podiums. Who are we waiting on? I don't know who we're waiting on. It looks like it's Carniflix we're waiting on. And it was Carniflix we were waiting on. And that is the end of the race for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Congratulations to Iristal, Daniel Chalawate and Old Wine. As Old Wine does get drive today, I would have to agree with the game there. Quality race from Old Wine all race long as we get it ready for the champagne. And there we can see Iristal getting himself doing some funky moves, a bit cringy, but I'll have to make do as he wins the race. And it's time for the champagne. There we go, Daniel Chalawate absolutely spraying Iristal with that champagne. And there we go, Iristal giving a bit to the Ferrari man. There, a part of the team at Ferrari. So that is the end of the race. I really hope you enjoyed that race. Fastest lap going to Daniel Chalawate, 127.1. And yeah, so I'm going to sign off here for today. Thank you very much for tuning in for today's race. If you can make sure that you like and sub to the channel, and also maybe if you want to join All-Star, make sure to join the server link down below, and we will see you for the next one. So goodbye.